Hello everyone. In this video I will explain how to apply styles to an HTML tag. For example, when we add a div, we don't see anything on the preview until we add some styles to it like height and width and some background color. If we add background color, then we can see some box type element in the preview. So applying that background color or height or width is called applying styles to that tag. Now there are three ways we can apply styles to a tag. First is adding attributes in the tag itself. Let me demo it to you. So I'll add a div tag without any styles. It's not visible on the preview. Now we will add a style using the style attribute. So inside this div tag I'll add this style and then background color. But still it is not visible because by default the height and width is 0. So we will apply height and width. Okay. Now you can see in the preview this div is visible, which has style, background color red, height 300 pixel, width 300 pixel. So we can add styles using the style attribute. This is a one way. Another way is to add a style tag itself. So instead of applying all these features, all these attributes inside the div, we will move it to the style tag. Just remove it from here. So you can see this style now is coming from this style tag. And the third way is moving this style tag to a different file. So in this editor there is no way to add a file, so I'll just explain you. Suppose there is a separate file, you save it as mystyle.css and you just move these tags to this file, and instead of this tag we will use link tag to link this file to this HTML. So using link tag, mentioning which file to link, and as this link tag is used to link different types of file like CSS, JS and other types of files, we have to provide a relationship. What type of file is this? So rel style sheet. And when we link this CSS file like this, all these tags styles become available to this file as was present here using the style tag. So these are the three ways we apply styles to HTML tags: using the attributes, using the style tag and using the CSS file. Now let's go back to the first method, applying styles inside this tag. Now add one more div. So here you can see we have two divs. but only one is visible because this style is applied only to this div. If we want to show this div, we have to apply this style here to this div. If you have more divs, we need to keep applying the styles in each div. Okay, if we have similar styles for all these divs, we have to duplicate these styles here. To prevent this duplication, we use this style tag. And instead of writing all these styles again and again in each tag, we move it to the style tag and remove from individual tags. And you can see one style is applied to all the divs, no more duplication. Now let's add more tags here. And apply styles. So when we add one style, it applies to all the p tags. Now if you have more tags, we keep on adding more styles here. So this style tag becomes too crowded. So that's why what we do is we move this whole style tag to a different file. So this is how we move from adding styles to attributes to style tag to a file. When we have few styles to few tags, we can quickly apply in the attributes. But when we want to use the same styles to multiple tags, instead of duplicating it in multiple tags, we move it to style tag, write it once and use it for multiple tags. And if there are many styles need to be added, we move them to a separate file instead of crowding this HTML page. Now you can see here this style is applied to all the divs here. If we have 3 divs, same style is applied to all the 3 divs because we have mentioned div. So this style is for all the divs in this page, and this style is for all the p's inside this HTML page. But what if we want to apply some other style to a div? So what if we want to make this one blue? How we change it? So let's talk about selectors, how these styles select an element. So when we mention div, this style selects all the divs inside this page. But if we want to not select this div, what we do? So if using the attribute method, we can apply different styles to different tags. So in that method there is no problem, we can apply different tags, different styles to different tags. But what about this method? In this method, how we select which style to apply to which tag? So there are 3 types of selectors. One is, which you have seen here, tag name. We use a tag name to apply a style to all those tags. There are some styles we need to apply to all the particular tags in the page. Suppose the div tag all the div tags should have some margin. So instead of applying some margin to all the tags separately, we just mention in the div tag that margin should be 10 to standardize this whole page. Other type is adding a ID. So for example, for these two tags we want to apply this, but for this we want to apply different tag, different style. So we will give this tag a ID, div number 3, and then create a style just for this div. Apply some style to this div, make it blue. Now we are not able to see it, so we will decrease the height. So you can see this div become blue. So this style selects this div based on the ID. Hash div 3 means it finds tag which has ID div 3. Same way for P, we can apply ID P2 and here hash P2 yellow. So this P2 tag gets this style. Now if we want to apply blue color to two divs, so what we do, this div 3 hash div 3 is ID selector, so this style will select only this div. If we want to apply blue to this div also, what we will do, one option is to use the same ID selector style, copy this, give this ID div 2. So this style is, this div became blue. But you can see if there are multiple divs which needs to have this style, we'll have to duplicate these tags, these styles. We don't want all the divs to have this style, but some divs, not one, not all, some divs. So there is third option, third selector, that is class selector. So instead of applying to one or all, we create a name, we create a class dot blue divs, and just remove this. And now whichever divs needs to be blue, we use this class, and instead of ID we add it as a class. So now one style is applied to two divs. So this way there are three selectors. One is div selector, other is ID selector, and the third is class selector. All three options are used extensively. There are situations in a page, in an application, where we want to fix some style to all the tags in that application. One particular tag, all the divs, all the P's of that application should have some style, so we use that. But some of the divs should have separate style, so we create class. If we remove this, all the div will become red, but after this if you add this style, it will override for these divs, for the divs which has class blue divs. And if there are situation where we want one particular style to just one tag, then we use id selector. There are situations when we want to select just one element, then we use id selector. So all the three types are extensively used, but of course most used are class selectors. This is a standard way we create a style using a class, and then we apply this to any element. So let me summarize this video before I end it. There are three ways to apply styles to tags. One is inline styles inside the attribute, using the attribute inside the tag. Then there is a style tag where we move all the styles at one place. When the styles are and the third is moving all these styles to a separate file. Now when we apply a style to a tag, we have to select that tag. There are three ways we select a tag to apply a style. One is div, one is tag name. Tag name is like name div. One is by tags like div tag, by p tag. Apply this style to all the divs, apply this style to all the p's. Other is by id, give a tag an id and apply the style using that id. And the other third one, most popular, is class selectors. We give class name to a style and apply that class to tags, and those styles are applied to those divs. Okay, thank you.